What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a playthrough today of Lickitung, the licking Pokemon. Let the games begin. Go ahead and watch this battle. Lickitung, we use Wrap. Wrap makes it so you can't get attacked back for multiple turns at a time. We do not outspeed because we do not have good speed. However, we do win the battle and named our rival Billy Ray, and we are Miley. See if you can get the reference there. So, this Pokemon. So if you're watching this, I just go right for the battles. I don't even have to stop and grind or anything. You can kind of take the battles as they come with this Pokemon. It's got some great stats. It's got some great moves. The stats of this Pokemon: 90 HP, 55 attack, 75 defense, 60 special, and 30 speed. So speed is our worst stat. However, we do have a lot of things to mitigate that. A great moveset. We started out with Wrap, which isn't horrible because the opposition can't really attack you back, but it is low accuracy. But we get Stomp at level 7, which is almost a 90 base power move right away. So we're fighting a rival fight now. So Stomp will be pretty much a 2-shot. And now they got some sand attacks off, so now it just comes down to being able to just get an attack off at this point. Charmander's not much of an issue at this point because he just has Scratch, and we're normal type anyway, so we kind of resisted. And then once we beat him, and we're at 8 minutes, and we're already in Brock's gym taking on his junior trainer here. So the biggest issue with this trainer is just the Sandshrew. The Sandshrew can sand attack us and make it so we can miss some attacks, but it cannot initiate a lot of damage to us. We are high HP and pretty high defense. Those are actually our two best stats, is defense and health. So this Pokemon's pretty bulky, can take a lot of hits. So now we're facing Brock. Brock, I really didn't want to face Brock to level 15, but I got to level 14. I didn't want to grind. I'm like, you know what? Let's just see if we can beat him. So we go for Stomp. The goal was to knock out the unit as fast as humanly possible. Now, one good thing about Stomp, as you just saw there, is it does have the option to it has a percentage where it can make you flinch. So we get through Geodude with very minimal damage taken. Stomp is not doing a whole lot to Onyx, but we're going to try to confuse him so he can hurt himself a little bit. Maybe get some extra damage in there. Wrap isn't doing a whole lot either. So it's just about mitigating these things. Now when he initiates Bide, we want to, if we're in Wrap, we can't really do much, but it'll only take the first Wrap damage, not the multiple ones. But if you go for Supersonic and he confuses himself, he just basically won't do anything. He can't hurt himself, unfortunately, and he initiates Bite again. We're going to go for a Wrap this time. We have plenty of health, so I didn't see the risk in going for it. We're only doing a couple at a time, so even if Bite releases, it's not going to do that much damage to us. So, and it's just about a battle of attrition. Got to outlast them, and we just got to get a couple more attacks in, and we got this. We get the win. Level sooner than I anticipated. I thought we were going to have to get to level 15 and get Disable to help us with Brock, but we didn't have to do that. So on Route 3, go ahead and watch. This is just a lot of one-shots, but basically it's a lot of knockouts pretty easily. So, what are the good things about this Pokemon? Well, its HP and defense stat are very good. 90 HP and 75 defense. Special is actually an honorable mention here because it's 60. 60 is not horrible for this type of Pokemon. Our worst stats are our attack stat and our speed. Now, attack stat's not the worst. It's 55. But speed is 30, and there's a lot of things that are going to outspeed us. So we're going to mitigate that. We're going to find a way to work around that. But what really is nice about this Pokemon is its level up move pool. Its level up move pool, I'm sorry, it's TM move set. I'm sorry, not its level up move. Its level up move pool is not bad. Like, we get Stomp, but that's pretty much the last move we learn that we can do damage with. And we also can learn Defense Curl, which can help with the badge boost. However, this Pokemon, like I said, has a fantastic move pool. So the move pool we can get really does kick it into a higher gear when it comes to doing something. So I added Bide right here just to have an extra move just in case. I have Wrap, so it probably wasn't like 100% necessary to add Bide because we have Wrap and Stomp and pretty much get through this part of the game with very little resistance. So there's like 2 shots and we're only a couple levels higher. And just getting through this part of the game, we just want to get out of this with as much experience as we can and a level as we can. I took the time to fight everyone here. I didn't have to. I took the time to fight everyone here because I thought it would be good because I'm one less level when I beat Brock. I'm one less level than I anticipated, so I thought I could just get that extra level back. So we're going to two-shot the Jigglypuff here. Very good. We still don't level up. Very good. Now, Mount Moon gives us some good things. So, one, we can pick up Water Gun. This is what I mean by the moveset's very good. Water Gun is one we can pick up. Water Gun, it's not super great because we're not water type, but it does pretty much take away the one huge disadvantage we have early, which is the fact that when we fight rock type Pokemon, normal type moves are not very effective. So Water Gun helps mitigate that by, it's not a great move, like I said, but it is enough that most rock types are 4 times weak to water. So any water move will knock it out, whether it's you know, a lousy old Water Gun or if it's Bubble Beam or whatever the case would be. So we're fighting this Team Rocket member, and like I said, we're one-shotting everything in here. And we ran into a lot of Zubats in here. There's one downside to having a slow. See right here, Water Gun, knockout, easy. One of the downsides of this Pokemon is its speed. And not only do we not always go first, that's one downside. But the other downside is the fact that when you're in places like this, because your speed's slow, you run into more encounters. And you could also not outspeed the wild Pokemon, so they could go first in the battle and damage you before you have a chance to run away. It can definitely happen that way. So now we're in Miley. Now Miley's in Misty's gym, Miley and Misty. And we're just knocking out these junior the swimmers in here. Now we're facing this one. I think this is a junior trainer, yeah. With a Goldeen. She doesn't have anything super effective that can get us. And we're going to face Misty. It was a risk facing Misty here because we're not very high level. We don't have anything super effective against her. But also, she doesn't really have anything super effective against us. And Mega Punch is a almost a one-shot we get to knock out with a lot of health left. So Bubble Beam did a lot of damage right there. So if he did Bubble Beam again, he might beat us, but we're going for Wrap. And the reason why we went for Wrap is just to make so that he can't attack us back. The Water Gun almost knocks us out, but we get by just the thinnest of margins. We barely get by Misty, but we got by Misty nonetheless, so we don't have to worry about it. But what's nice about it is now we have Bubble Beam, which is a more powerful move than Water Gun, and that'll be a lot more helpful because not only can it take out rocks, but it take out other things. The Mega Punch, it's not a one-shot, and Mega Punch is it's a two-shot. Abra's up. We're gonna up our defense. So not only is this gonna up our defense, it's also gonna up our attack. Defense Curl initiates the badge boost glitch, and we already have Brock's Gym, so 12.5% to our attack every time we do it. Now, the reason why Bubble Beam did not knock it out right there is because it's attack, not special, that it gets boosted. So, but if we did like Stomp or whatever, probably, yeah, like just like that, it was one shot. So we beat our rival, not a big deal. And now we're moving on to Nugget Bridge. So Nugget Bridge isn't very difficult either. So what are some, look at the time right now first. I want to bring attention to that. It's only 23 minutes in. 23 minutes in. This is one of the fastest playthroughs I've actually ever done. There's on my channel right now, I'm doing some replays of older videos that I've done. So for example, if you're seeing this, I hope on Wednesday you saw the Butterfree playthrough, because the Butterfree playthrough is a replay of a playthrough of the 4th playthrough I've ever done on this channel. And it was bad. It wasn't very good. It wasn't like crisp. It was not run. It was okay in the playthrough sense, but the audio isn't great, things like that. So this reposting those things is really important to me, and having a better quality video, not only better quality video, but a better representation of the Pokemon. I used Butterfree a lot when I was younger, so I want to give him a good playthrough. So if you're watching this, you haven't watched it, Wednesday I did release a prediction at 11 and a playthrough at 2. If you want to watch a Butterfree replay, I didn't just make the sound quality better or whatever. I actually replayed the entire playthrough and got a better time form and everything. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy improvements like that. And then also, like next week, I'm trying to get Beedrill done, or Weedle done. Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill. So that's the next one on my docket that I hope to get done. And after I'm doing this voiceover, I'm actually probably going to start playing that Beedrill playthrough. All right, so this area of the game, the reason why I'm talking over it is because a lot of it's very boring fights. Lickitung gets 2 very good normal type moves early, so they're stab, so they're very powerful. And we get Bubble Beam, which mitigates anything else we come across that we can't like one shot. So Bubble Beam can one shot everything we come across. Very powerful moves. And now we're facing this Lass here. This Lass isn't going to be too difficult as long as we can one shot. The Oddishes can poison or paralyze us, but it's not the end of the world. One shot everything, pick up the ether, and now we're going to save Bill from his weird experiment thing. So his weird experiment, I don't know why Bill wants to turn into a Pokemon. I can only speculate. He's kind of a weird dude. But nonetheless, we save him. We get the SSN ticket, and we escape rope to fight Sandy. Sandy, it should be a one-shot across the board unless she quicks attacks us, but we still get the one-shot. Or OHKO, as they say. OHKO stands for one-hit knockout. And then we have a Spearow, take it to 0. I'll never not do this joke. And Eradicate, we eradicate the Eradicate. Very good. Now we move on to the SSN where we get our best move yet, which is Body Slam. Body Slam, it's more powerful than Mega Punch. Mega Punch is 80 base power, but it's 85% accurate, so it doesn't always hit. And, what's it called? Excuse me. Stomp is only 65 base power. This is 85 base power, and it's stab. So, very good. And like I said, we don't have great attack, but this move is excellent. So we're actually very low on health right now. I'm a little worried. We actually missed a Gen 1 move that doesn't miss unless... maybe we got Sand Attack. I might have missed that. We still get the win. Then we move on to Lieutenant Surge, the Trash Man. I call him Lieutenant Surge, the Trash Man, because he just has trash all over the place. He has trash cans that you got to go rooting through just to get a button. So he is relegated to being a Trash Man. Alright. So we knock out the first 2 Pokemon. Raichu's not a one-shot. Thundershock doesn't do squat to us. And we knock out Lieutenant Surge. And what's nice about that is now we get another move in Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is good because now we have something to mitigate Slowpokes. The Slowpokes can take forever to knock out. They have Confusion, so they're Psychic, so they have pretty good moves in that regard. And yeah, so Thunderbolt again, get the knockout, very good. And we're not going to learn Slam. Slam is kind of pointless for us. It would be great if we were just using the level up moveset, but with Body Slam's more powerful, more accurate, and can make the Pokemon opposition paralyzed. So literally, we have literally something for everything now. That's what's really nice about this, is we have literally something for everyone. We have a move that can take out everything. So that's what's really nice right now. Like I said, Bubble Beam, one-hit knockout. Bubble Beam, one-hit knockout. That hiker's done. That's a different hiker. I actually ran into him. I wasn't anticipating running into him, but this is the one that we always run into, Boomer. We have no choice but to fight him, but Bubble Beam's the knockout. Bubble Beam's the knockout, and the trend continues. Bubble Beam's a knockout. Very good. And now we move on to this next trainer here. I don't even know why I kept this part. I usually cut this part out, but no big deal. We're at 36 minutes, and we're just about to get out of Rock Tunnel. Under 37 minutes we'll get out. That's very fast. It's one of the fastest times getting through this part of the game that I've ever played through as. So we go right to Team Rocket in a Rocket Game Corner. And the reason why we're going to do that is because we want to get some more levels before we have to take on Erica. Erica, we do have a move that can be very effective against Erica and Ice Beam, but like I said, right now we don't have good speed. Now I didn't show this on camera, but I went and bought some carbs. So what carbs do is they up your inherent values for whatever vitamins in general up your inherent values for whatever you buy them for. So for example, carbs up your speed. Okay, so if you have low speed, you get some carbs. As you level up, you'll gain a little bit more experience in that level in that department when it comes to leveling up. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it does enough. It's pretty nice. So I did a bunch of carbs so that my speed would be a little bit faster and it will grow a little bit faster from now to the end of the game, because that's the biggest weakness with this Pokemon is its speed. When you get into Elite Four and you can't knock everything out, you're gonna have some oppositions like Agatha who can like put you to sleep. They can paralyze you. She can poison you. You have some oppositions like Executor that have Hypnosis, and though they don't have any powerful moves, it's still can really bug you because you can't counter it. You're gonna take free damage. They're gonna take free damage on you. You can't counter back. It's just a headache. So that's why I went ahead and did all those things and got a bunch of carbs and gave them to this Pokemon. Basically, what I do is I find the one that I want to enhance the most, and then I do as many of those until it won't let me. Then I do the next stat I want to improve. So the next stat I wanted to improve was the special stat. A lot of the moves we have later are special. And then the third stat third stat I wanted to improve was attack with proteins. So that's the order in which I do it. So yeah, I prioritize certain ones, but I did get some attack ones in for late, and that helps very well with Body Slam. So right here, I didn't cut any of this stuff out, so I hope you guys are appreciating. I'm showing you a little bit more transparency here. This Pokemon is very fast, so I had to find a way to fill a video. So we still got this. The filming is under 40 minutes. So we beat Giovanni here, and he is not hard at all. He is really not. When you go for Rage, it's just like, okay, the battle's won. I don't have to do much. And then we go into our 5th rival fight. Now, our 5th rival fight, not hard at all. I went for the wrong move. It's okay, but he did get a sand attack off. Ice Beam is going to take out Execute. Gyarados is going to take it out one shot with a Thunderbolt. Very good. And then Kadabra should be a one shot with Body Slam. We're still not outspeeding. We're level 35, and we're not outspeeding any of these Pokemon really, except for like one. So that's the problem with this Pokemon. Look at that speed. That speed is definitely critical. Because, yeah, definitely critical. We are level 35, and a bunch of those Pokemon were level 20 and 23 and 25, and we're still getting outsped by pretty much everyone on that team. So now we're in Erica's gym. We did get the win against a rival, so I'm not complaining, but I'm just showcasing that the speed with this Pokemon is definitely its detriment. So now we are in Erica's gym. In Erica's gym, we don't have to do. We just are here for experience, basically. We could go right for Erica and only fight like one battle to get to Erica. But it's kind of a waste not taking advantage of all this experience that's just laying around here. So, and we're fighting these battles as best I can tell you right now. It's not like I can commentary like, oh, what are we going to do next? Is it going to be a one-shot? It's going to be a one-shot. Because that's just how powerful, Lickitung is. Lickitung is very powerful. But the only downside is its speed. And eventually we're going to get a way to fix that. So I haven't mentioned this part yet, but in this TM moveset, we've added a bunch of moves. Like we have Ice Beam, we have Thunderbolt, we have Bubble Beam, I think still at this point, Body Slam. Those are our moves right now. But what I haven't mentioned is we haven't got Swords Dance. We might have added it here. Did we? No, we haven't added it yet. So Swords Dance is a move we can get. It initiates what's called the Bad Boost glitch. Defense Curl did this earlier. When you modify one of your stats, it modifies all your stats by 12.5% where there's an adjacent badge. So for example, Brock gives off a 12.5% boost to your attack after you beat him. Lieutenant Surge does defense. Koga does speed. And I think it's either Sabrina or Blaine. I can never remember these. I think it's Sabrina. But Sabrina ups your special. So when you do a stat modifier, like a move like Swords Dance, it modifies your attack by 2 stages, but it modifies all the other stats on your roster by 12.5%. So that's one way we're going to mitigate our speed disadvantage, is by having a badge boost. Now, if you level up in the middle of battle, you revert back to what your base stats are. Before the battle even started. That's what it reverts back to when you level up in the middle of battle. So level up in the middle of battle is not a great thing when we want to get this accomplished. Here's another thing that it's kind of like a dumb thing to complain about. But the fact that it has high health means that you have to use more potions to heal it. So for some Pokemon that take a little bit of damage and you go to heal them, one potion could do the job. But with this Pokemon, you have to use like 3 or 4 potions because it takes so much health before it even gets like in the yellow or the red that you have to use a lot of potions to heal. And so, for example, in the middle of like Cobra Kai, I had to heal. And I had to use 2 super potions to get back to full health, where with other Pokemon, I probably could have done with 1 and a potion or something like that. So now we're in Koga's gym. Koga's gym is not super hard right now because a couple things. One, he has a lot of psychic Pokemon in here, and this is one time where it's kind of an advantage for us. Because with all these psychic Pokemon in here, that means they're very weak to physical damaging moves. That's what that means. So that gives us the opportunity. To get some easy one-shots. We don't have to go back and heal as often. I think we go back and heal right here. I could just use a potion. I don't know why I went back and heal, but it is what it is. Could just use a potion. But you also want to use too many potions, because if you use too many potions early in the game, it can limit the amount of vitamins I can add to help boost my stats later. So Body Slam. So now we're actually outspeeding some things. We didn't outspeed the Hypno, we outsped the Drowsy. Okay, get the knockout. Very good. And now we're facing Koga. Koga, the ringleader of his circus. And Koga comes out, and now we have Swords Dance. So we're going to boost our attack 1 stage, 2 stage, 3 stage. So we're maxed out on the boosts. Body Slam's a one-shot. It's a Body Slam a one-shot in the Muck. It is. Body Slam is a one-shot in the Coughing. Very good. And Body Slam is a one-shot on the Wheezing. And I'll let you know that Wheezing and Muck, or in Coughing, all those Pokemon, have pretty decent defense, just for the record. They have pretty solid defense. So the fact we were able to one-shot all of them is really good. And now we're on to rival number 6. One of the tougher rival fights in the game. Swords Dance. We're going to set up Swords Dance twice. Then we're going to go for Thunderbolt, knock it out. No, we don't even knock it out. That's crazy. Knock it out. Very good. And now we level up. So all the badge boosting we just did is gone, except for the high attack stat. So Gyarados is up. And Thunderbolt's a one-shot on him. We still don't outspeed the Gyarados. We're probably not going to outspeed this Alakazam either. He's going to disable Body Slam. So now we got to go for a different move. Ice Beam. Confusion doesn't do a lot to us, but we still have a decent amount of health left. And Charizard doesn't really have anything great against us. There's none of the rivals Pokemon we could have picked would have been great against us. That's why I just chose Charizard, because it's flying type. And now we're moving on to Giovanni. The Giovanni fight is pretty trivial. We have Ice Beam for the ground types, and it's a 2-shot with the ground types. And Kangaskhan should be a 2-shot with Body Slam. I didn't badge boost with this. That's why it's only a 2-shot. And then Ice Beam on the Rhyhorn, very good. And now we have Nidoqueen. We only have 1 Ice Beam left, so I'm trying to conserve that 1 Ice Beam left in case I get in a tough spot. So we get the win. We actually level up nicely, and now we're facing Sabrina. So here's the scary part about Sabrina. Psychic Pokemon are very fast, and the big concern I have right now is being able to outspeed her Pokemon. So Psybeam doesn't do it all too much, but we're going to badge boost real quick and try to boost our speed so that we can knock out her Pokemon. Do we outspeed Mr. Mom now? We do. Very good. Do we outspeed Venomoth? We do. Do we outspeed Alakazam? That is the question here. We almost get knocked out. We hang on just for a little bit. Its bulk really does pay off in this. And now we're moving on to Blaine's gym. The fire trainer. Robotnik's cousin. Okay? And we don't have anything here that is like a super easy one-shot on any of these Pokemon. Like we're trying for Body Slam. It's not a one-shot. We're 12 levels higher. It's a stab move. It's very powerful. And we're still not one-shotting. So, but we still need to get through all these, because if we're not one-shotting these things, we do need the extra levels. And I don't think I've done this once on any video. There in here, if you've ever played this, you know this. But if you've never played this, in here you basically see those little boxes. If you answer a trivia question, you can skip over the Pokemon fights. And I think in my youth I might have done this a couple times, but I have not done those questions in so long. I probably don't even remember much about it, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna dig out, and I'm healing because I got burned. That's what I'm doing right now. So I don't think I've ever answered those questions. I know, like, one of the weird, I watch a recommend, so I'll give a shout out to Gym Leader Matt. He's a YouTuber as well. He plays for Pokemon, and he has a joke about Tombstoner, brother. You know, one of the questions is, does blah 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 learn to move Tombstoner? And I honestly think that Game Freak should invent the move and put it in like a later game. And it really throw off some of the old heads that only play this game. It's the people that Tombstone, that's false, but now it's true. What do I do? So, yeah, it's just, so at this point in the game, we have, like I said, the broadest move pool ever. We haven't even initiated some of our best moves yet. We still haven't put Earthquake on. We still haven't used Mimic. We still haven't used Fire Blast if need be. We have Blizzard as well if we need to. I forgot to get Mega Kick, so Mega Kick actually wouldn't be a super horrible move to use with this Pokemon, because it's 120 base power and it's normal type, and it would be great. And are we fighting Blaine now? Did I miss that? Okay, so yeah, we are, because we just did the badge boost, so we're definitely fighting Blaine. So his first 2 Pokemon go down pretty quick, and I actually still don't outspeed the Rapidash after 3 badge boosts. So Body Slam one more time, and there we go, it's a knockout. So Blaine's super easy. Usually is never difficult. Apparently in yellow he's much more difficult. There's another YouTuber named Scott's Thoughts I recommend. He plays through yellow, and in yellow his team is more synergistic. It does better. Like the earlier Pokemon will do like Growl and Leer and lower your defense and lower your attack. And so the later Pokemon have an easier time knocking you out. So much better team by Blaine. And right in here we're just fighting to get experience. We're a good level. We're at good pace. We're at 58 minutes. That's a fantastic pace. We're just under an hour, and we're about to take on Giovanni. I'm pretty sure there's some battles I probably could have skipped in this game, and we might have been able to get this in under an hour if I really tried and just optimize it to the letter to see if I can get under an hour. But you'll see the final result here, and I think you could mitigate the amount of time it takes to get it under an hour. I think you can find a way to deal with that. But still fighting these trainers, and we have, like I said, we have a decent move for it now. Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Swords Dance, and then also Body Slam. That's what we're looking at right now for our moves. And like I said, we still haven't added a handful of moves that we can use in the Elite Four. And again, I don't know why this Pokemon learns Fire Blast. I really don't. You think with Fire Blast it'd burn its tongue. I don't know. But we are fighting one last trainer here, and then we're going to face Giovanni. And Giovanni is not very hard. We have Ice Beam, we have Body Slam, we have everything we need to knock this guy out pretty handily. The only one we got to worry about really is, to me, is the Doug Trio, because the Doug Trio has Dig, and it can do a decent amount of damage to us. And I don't know why I just knocked him out right there, but I guess I'm not doing the badge boost. So that would have mitigated the being outsped by Doug Trio. Now I'm doing it. So, and I still don't outspeed, so no big deal. And I level up, so it just negated it. But the attack stat is still pretty high because it doesn't change the one stat you're modifying when you level up. The one you modify is, like for Swords Dance, it modifies the attack stat, not any other stat. So get the knockout, Giovanni. Now we move on to our 7th rival fight. Our 7th rival fight can be a pretty tough one. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up on the Pidgeot. So that's 2 Swords Dance, that's 3 Swords Dance. And we took very minimal damage from him, and we still don't outspeed. That's what's crazy. We still do not outspeed this Pokemon. And we level up, so that kind of undid everything, but it will still let us have a high attack, but it won't let us have our boosted speed and things like that. The knockout there, Alakazam, if we just get Body Slam off, he goes for a cover, which is stupid, because, you know, I guess he anticipated us going faster, I don't know. And Rage was initiated, so we win this battle. Once Rage is initiated, you're only going to do like about 6 to 8 damage anyway. So we move on to Elite Four. I actually don't cut any of this footage. I got to this point in the editing, I'm like, oh, this is like only like 7 minutes left, and it's all the Elite Four, so I didn't cut any of this footage. It's all locked in with, you know, the playthrough straight through. All right, and Thunderbolt, how it doesn't knock out a water-type Pokemon in one turn is baffling to me. But it is what it is. We move on to Cloyster. Thunderbolt will knock out the Cloyster. Very good. Thunderbolt would also lock out the Slow. Oh, no, it does knock it out, just not a one-shot. So we get the knockout on the 3rd Pokemon. Jinx, go for Body Slam. She does outspeed us. That could have been scary if she went for like Ice Punch or something. It would have been a reset. But we knock out. We sweep her team. And we move on to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much, but I am going to do a full restore. I don't really need to use an elixir either. We barely used any power points to knock out Lorelei and her Pokemon. So now we're going to talk to Bruno. We're going to see what he has for us. All right, Bruno, are you going to be a tough one today, or are you going to not be? I don't think you are. Okay, Onyx is up. Just better be safe than sorry. We're going to set up 3 Swords Dances till we outspeed. So now we outspeed the Onyx for sure. So maybe that'll help us outspeed the rest of them. Ice Beam, 1-hit knockout, very good. And we level up, so the outspeeding is kind of commenced and ended. But the knockout still happens with Body Slam, and Body Slam knocks up Hitmonlee. We're going to not outspeed, I presume, the Onyx. No, we do not. 1-hit knockout. And then the last one, Machamp. And Machamp gets knocked out in 2 shots. So, like I said, Bruno, never tricky. Sometimes he has been tricky, but not over the top tricky. So now we're going to add this move, Earthquake. So Earthquake is going to let us one-shot, or at least get a good attack in on Ghost type. We could probably win with the other moves, but it's just risky, and I'm not going to risk it. Rather just go for the strategy that is tried, true, and tested. And so now we're going to go ahead and face Agatha in the Agatha Lottery. The reason why it's called Agatha Lottery, and this is where JRose11 coins it. So he's another YouTuber I recommend. I haven't watched a lot of his videos lately, but I do. Agatha can poison you, put you to sleep, paralyze you, confuse you, everything. Everything under the sun. So this is our first fight, and we get the loss. Just so you know, we get the loss here. We're not going to win this battle. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to reset right there, and I'm going to go try this again. See, this is what I mean by if you put you to sleep, you can just knock you out very quick. So we come out, we go for Swords Dance. We get 2 in, and we're able to Earthquake and one-shot the Gengar. Very good. Golbat comes out. Golbat is a flying type, so an ice move would have been great here, but Thunderbolt does okay, and it paralyzes, so very good. Haunter comes out. Earthquake is a one-shot on the Haunter. Arbok comes out. Body Slam is not a one-shot, it's a 2-shot on the Arbok. And now with Gengar, Earthquake is a one-shot. If he went for Nightshade again, we would have lost, but I went for Dream Eater instead, and that Gengar for some reason does not have Hypnosis. So unless you're asleep going into that battle or that fight, you're not going to do much to her Pokemon. Just being honest with you. Okay, so now we're adding Blizzard. We don't really have another use for Earthquake. Earthquake mitigates the Ghost type. That's what it does. Now the other moves that could have hit her, but it wouldn't have done that much damage. And I'm going to do one more Rare Candy. That way it prevents us from leveling up in the battle. And we should be fine here with... Okay, we're going to give more power-ups, PP-ups to Blizzard. And the reason why that is Blizzard only has 5 power points. Doing this gives it 7. And that's why I didn't give Body Slam more power points earlier, is I was saving those for Blizzard. So I knew it was going to come in handy. So now we're facing Lance, the Dragon-type trainer. Okay, we're going to go for Swords Dance. Swords Dance again. And Hyper Beam. We should have gone for one more, because Hyper Beam would have given us a chance to set up some more. Blizzard is a knockout. Blizzard is a knockout. Now, I don't think we outspeed the Aerodactyl, and we don't. Okay, so what we need to do instead is, instead of taking damage from Gyarados, who has two very high damaging moves in the Hyper Beam and Hydro Pump, we just need to knock out Gyarados from the get-go. That just needs to be a strategy here. Get rid of Gyarados. He does a little bit of damage there, but he's a one-shot with Thunderbolt. Very good. Dragonair will come out. Doesn't have anything super effective. He's going to have Slam, misses a lot. Even if he does hit Slam, I'm normal type, so I'm resisted. Hyper Beam, I'm resisted as well. And he goes for Hyper Beam, so he has a turn where he can't attack. That is why I had Blizzard and added the power points, is because I can miss attacks with this, because it's not 100% accurate, it's only 90% accurate. So Blizzard knocks out the Aerodactyl, and as long as we don't hit ourselves in confusion and give him a chance to knock us out, we knock out the Dragonite. Very good. So now at 1 hour and 7 minutes and 38 seconds, we're about to go into our championship fight. We don't really need to change up our moves or anything. We just need to full restore. We need to use the last Rare Candy to prevent leveling up, and maybe an Elixir to make sure that all of our moves are fully powered up, so that we don't lose the battle because we don't have enough of a move. So I was thinking about adding Double Edge. I was thinking about adding Fire Blast, but I'm like, you know what, let's just go for it and see what happens. So now, rival fight, and let's see how good or bad this battle goes. Rival comes out with Pidgeot. Okay, I'm going to go for Swords Dance. He's going to go for Sky Attack. Sky Attack doesn't do all that much. It does about 60 damage, or 40 damage to me. Or 60. I can't add. And then Body Slam gets a knockout, even though Reflect was initiated. So that just shows how powerful that move is. So we're going to Swords Dance here. And also, since he Tail Whipped, he also added to our badge boost. So our attack stats been upped by 6 stages, plus 12.5 boost, plus other stats have been boosted as well. This annoyed the hell out of me, because there's no reason why Executor should have survived that. Thunderbolt is a one-shot on the Gyarados. That leaves one Pokemon, Charizard. Charizard goes for Rage, and now the battle is won. The battle, even if that wasn't the one hit, it's won. He can't pick another battle once Rage is initiated, or just pick another attack. And yeah, that's it. I don't know why the game went for Rage in the last 2 battles with Charizard, but it did. So yeah, I'm clicking through. I'm clicking as fast as I can, trying to get this time under. It's going to be under 1 hour and 10 minutes, which is great. This is what I was aiming for. Lickitung level 67, and pause. So yeah, this was a fantastic playthrough. I was extremely happy with the results of this playthrough. Even though like we couldn't get our attacks or our speed stat to the point we wanted to early enough, we still were able to mitigate it by having good bulk and having a good strategy in utilizing the moves that we had available. Like I said, this is one of the biggest move pools I've ever seen for a Pokemon. And I'm just gonna let this play through until it says something else other than Pokédex scene 106. Okay, there we go. Still have lots to do. There we go. So yeah, that's my video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, just little channel announcements. Like I said, on Mondays will be a prediction video for the Friday video. So next week is wheezing. Okay. So you have a prediction for coughing and wheezing on Monday and a playthrough for coughing and wheezing on Friday. Tuesdays is still gonna be Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle Earth. Okay. And until that's finished, and the thing about that is I have to play that on my old computer because I started on my old computer, so I have to finish that there. The Pokemon one I can do anywhere, but I have to finish that on my old computer, and then I won't have to use my old computer for anything other than using for my Plex. I don't know if you know what Plex is, but I use it for my Plex so I can watch my movies anywhere in my house. Yeah, and then Wednesdays, I'm sorry, well, after the good campaign, we're gonna play through the evil campaign. I'm not as knowing of the evil campaign as I am the good, so it's going to be kind of a learning experience for me. I'm excited about it. And then Wednesdays, I may alternate this and like have like some kind of ranking video, because I have to do a ranking video soon for fighting types, because all the fighting types have played through already. So I may do like a playthrough ranking, or a couple playthroughs and then a ranking or whatever. But Wednesdays are going to be relegated to my prediction video for the Pokemon I'm going to do a replay on. So that's what Wednesdays are for, is for replays. If you look at my way back at the beginning of my channel, for example, Butterfree, the video was an hour long. The playthrough took 2 hours and 18 minutes, and it was very choppy. Half the screen was the playthrough, and the other half the screen was stats. It did not look good. It was not consistently nice. It didn't. This isn't great, but it looks a lot better and is easier to watch and easier in the hands when you're watching it as well. On there. And then obviously Friday is the playthrough, and Thursdays I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do on Thursdays. I thought about League of Legends, but I think a lot of people do League of Legends, so I don't know if I want to do that. But I thought of maybe playing through a game called Shield Wall. If you when it comes out and you see it, you'll like it. It's fun. So yeah, but that's my playthrough. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, all those things will really help small channels like this. And like I said, I do all this stuff by myself. It's really appreciated whenever I see people participate in that regard. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Till next time, see ya.